right, we have just finished our adventure at the... So we just finished our adventure at the Ark Encounter. It's a bit longer than a football field. Very impressive. Come here, Petey. Why don't you tell the downside of being here when it's cold is the outdoor activities are less interesting. The upside is, here, let's go this way. The upside is very empty, not crowded at all. All right, so what do you think? What did you like about it?
I love the little mini sculptures.
Okay.
Those are super fun. They're like showing different parts. What's it called? You know how like they were showing the idols and how the people were before the flood happened.
Okay.
That was super fun.
So a lot of artistic renditions, people creating things that we don't really know exactly what they look like. Bex, what did you like about the Ark?
Let's see, it was fun to see all the different realms and imagining like me living in them.
Yeah. Polly, run up here. Come on. Quick. I got a question for you.
Something that's not the best because it's winter and it's cold.
Yeah. Polly, what did you think of the Ark?
I like that wood inside that show the animals.
Yeah.
And the big triangle thing so you put it down on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the little gift
The
shops.
cranked pennies things. Yeah, so there it is. Come here, Shell. So as a parent, what did you Oh, you got stuck in the snow. What did you appreciate about the Ark? What was your experience?
I thought it was good. There was a lot to look at and see, and then you could go deeper if you wanted to read more, but you could also just go through and then you just get a nice overview of what it might have been like. And
Can I go up there?
Nope. Yeah, so we
came in a non-crowded time, which is really great.
Okay, so we have a 7, 9, and almost 11-year-old. Our 11-year-old could have stayed longer. Our 9-year-old could have stayed longer. Our 7-year-old wanted to go about an hour ago. In total, we were there 2.5, maybe 3 hours. So you definitely could stay there for 6 hours. But honestly, like, if you lived close by and you had like a year pass or something, like, you could come here and blow through it in an hour, and it'd still be a good experience. Obviously, you would have missed a lot, but I will say, you know, if you're already a Christian and you already have your worldview set, then this is a really enjoyable place. It was a blessing to us. My face is turning so red. You know, if you are not a Christian and you do not have a worldview, or you don't have this worldview, then there's probably a lot that you would disagree with, which is fine. I think they were very respectful and didn't shove things down your throat. They like, there's a thing in there about the Grand Canyon, and they basically say, like, look, some people see the layers and they assume this, some people see the layers and they assume this. And obviously this place was made by people who know and love Jesus and want others to know and love Jesus, and so they present a creation worldview. But, you know, we've been going to national parks like crazy, and the national parks, they don't say some people think it was made by billions and billions of years of evolution and other people think this. They basically shove it down your throat. So I think that this place was very respectful, recognizing that these things are debated and that there are intelligent people on both sides who disagree with one another. And I appreciated that as sort of an analytical, skeptical type guy, that they didn't just shove it down your throat. They recognized. I think the commercialization was really not that bad. I don't love it, but it is what it is. We're headed up to the first level.
Look, even in these little, like,
The grooves, yeah. This place feels very thoughtfully designed and executed. Things feel authentic. They don't feel cheap. Doesn't feel like they've cut corners. I mean, they've used real timber and they've done their best to replicate construction methods that were known from ancient times, and obviously they've had to incorporate modern things, but it doesn't feel chintzy or cheap. It doesn't feel hokey to me. And in many cases they depict things that are not known, like exactly which animals were on the Ark and whether or not certain prehistoric animals like dinosaurs were on the Ark, but they phrase things in a way that I think is respectful and recognizing their own limitations of knowledge, saying it could have happened, but we don't know if it happened. And here's one reason why it could make sense. Here's 3 opposing views. I feel like that's very respectful instead of just pretending like they know it all. One tip would definitely be to visit in the winter. It's mid-January right now, and there's a bit of a snowstorm going on, but in general, the employees told me that January in the winter is quite slow. I've heard that this place can be packed, which is really no fun at all in the summer on weekdays and things like that. But as you can see, it's really pleasant. One thing I would say, I had read some of the reviews on Google about how this place has been commercialized and it's just a money-making machine. And that hurts my heart because I care a lot about money and the way people use money, and it's an area that I've put a lot of focus on in my life. And so I was bracing myself a little bit for the over-commercialization of this place. But I don't really see it that way. I don't really see it. I mean, on the one hand, the adult tickets were $60 a piece, but kids 10 and under are free. And so, I mean, overall, to bring a family here for $120 is not unreasonable. And yeah, they have soda for $3 and, you know, M&Ms for $2 or whatever. But those things are optional. People don't need soda and M&Ms. And so if you look at those things and you say, oh, they're trying to take everyone's money, well, those things are optional. You don't have to have that. And parking's $15. I don't know really why it's not baked into the price of the ticket. Maybe it's, it might be a way to encourage people to carpool, I guess. Reduce the number of vehicles while still getting a lot of people in here. That could have been a strategic decision, and it kind of hurts. Like there's certain things that you hate to spend money on. You know, we sort of expect free shipping, and so when you got to pay for parking, it kind of hurts. But still, you know, $135 to bring your family here. And the other thing that I appreciate is they really do a good job about asking questions and providing fair answers, right? They provide the Christian worldview to some of the questions, and they also have posted here the naturalistic evolutionary worldview to some of these things. And so they're not just shoving Christianity down your throat, at least in my mind. They're not. And even though I'm a Christian, I am someone who's interested in science and engineering, and to some sense a skeptic. And so I appreciate that they literally have posted, you know, the different viewpoints and how, you know, an evolutionist would interpret a particular thing like the geology of the Grand Canyon versus the creationist. So it feels very sort of fair to me. Obviously, if you're coming here, you should be aware that it was created by a Christian who believes in Jesus and wants you to also. That's kind of obvious, but at the same time, again, a lot of the posted information is not just shoving it down your throat like you're an idiot if you don't believe it, but really trying to demonstrate that there are different views to this same piece of evidence. And this is the Christian worldview. And I think that's very respectful, and I can certainly accept that sort of presentation. So anyway, that's kind of what you should expect. Boys will be boys.
Yeah, another penny thing.
Yeah, so down here they have a gift shop, and like so many other attractions in the world, you have to walk through the gift shop to exit. And if that's distasteful to you, then join the club. I feel the same way. It's hard to detect the difference between commercialization and a company trying to stay in business. You know, there's a lot of employees here, there's a lot of electricity, there's a lot of fresh water, there's a lot of safety people, and we can't be so naive to think that places don't cost money to run. Unlike a national park, which gets, you know, funding directly from the government, this place is earning through costs. And I don't necessarily like the way it feels, but one thing I will say is, like, when you see things priced like that, you can kind of figure out that they're not out to make millions. They may be trying to turn a profit so that they can build more of these. They may be trying to turn a profit so they can expand and so they can pay their workers well, and maybe there's even some greed mixed in there. I'm not trying to make them out to be saints, but at the end of the day, you have to remember that these places are trying to be self-sustainable. They're trying to earn enough money to keep the lights on and stay afloat. And whether you call that commercialization or you call that good business, I've wrestled with that over the years. Of course, part of me wishes these places could just be free and things could be super reasonably priced, but there is a business to be run in the background so that they can keep the doors open on this place. So anyway, as a kind of a skeptical person, I guess, even though I'm a Christian, I love the Lord, and I've detected that the people here know and love the Lord. Commercialization is always something that grinds my gears a little bit, and if it grinds yours too, then I get it. But don't let it ruin the experience for you. And just remember, they're trying to turn a profit so they can keep the lights on and so that they can expand and make more things that are interesting to people and spread the gospel. So I try and see it through that lens. And again, when you see things that are very reasonably priced, I can understand where their heart is.